The U.S. Senate is still in session, sorting out some big issues ahead of the summer break.
And Congressman Mark Pocan on his recess from the House. He joins us now with details on what his colleagues are still debating and what lawmakers accomplished this year. I know you're working hard during this quote-unquote recess, right?
Yes, no, it means we're going around the district and getting work done.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now. And,
Sure.
and one of the things is this, the Patriot Act coming up again for renewal. You proposed something to basically do away with all the provisions of the act from 2001. Talk a little bit about what you proposed and where we are.
Sure, and we actually might wind up there because by June 1, it will expire, and the fact that the Senate didn't get it done before the end of last week means they have like a day when we get back to get it done, or else it will expire. And I think actually that would be a good thing. The bulk collection of everyone's phone calls, of all of our emails, there's a number of reasons why. For privacy concerns, it's a bad idea, but also when they collect everything, you don't collect the stuff that you really need to. And we think that there's a legal process in place to collect the information you need to collect to make sure our country is safe. But last week the FBI put out a report and said not a single action has been stopped based on the bulk collection. But the Pew Foundation put out a poll and said 25% of Americans have changed their cell phone and email habits because of the Patriot Act. And that just seems wrong to be that invasive in people's privacy.
A lot has changed post-Edward Snowden.
Absolutely.
Now, the USA Freedom Act, though, passed in the House. Yes. And the Senate trying to hash that out. You voted against the USA Freedom Act.
Yeah, we wanted to see it go farther. There's still, you now are putting into law collection, which is still a problem, even if it is somewhat scaled back. It still doesn't offer whistleblower protections for people who would report on what's going on. And it still allows for companies to be coerced by the United States to provide a backdoor so they could still go in through your phone or through software. The problem is, if the United States government can do that, so can hackers. And then you're going to have all kinds of other problems on credit and other issues. So we just think, you can have security and balance it with privacy needs, and the Patriot Act is time for it to go.
In 2001, Russ Feingold was the only senator to vote against the Patriot Act. So what do you think his reemergence in the Senate race will mean, and what do you anticipate in his race against Ron Johnson?
Well, you think about it, that's when Congress worked, right? McCain-Feingold, in a bipartisan way, actually moved forward on campaign finance. He was a voice of reason and really prognosticated much of the problems that we were going to see out of the Patriot Act. So I think it's interesting to seeing that, back at an era when things worked just a little better not that long ago. Maybe it's a good time to return to some of that compared to what we're doing these days in Congress.
All right, so the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a lot of people that aren't always locked into what's happening in Washington, for them, a lot of this is the first time they've heard of it. What is it? What does it mean? Why is it so important to the people around here, and where do you stand on it?
Sure, it's the biggest trade deal that we've had in a very, very long time. It encompasses 40% of the world's gross domestic product, which tells me you want to get it right. And instead, we're asking for fast-track authority to give the White House the ultimate authority to finish negotiating this without the proper constitutional oversight by Congress. So we wouldn't be able to amend it. We'd have limited debate. It comes out to a little over 2 minutes a member of Congress to have on this. And when something is that big, 29 chapters affecting everything from food safety to environmental issues, labor issues, intellectual property rights, and much, much more, I think we should get it right rather than getting it fast, and I'd like to see that full debate happen in Congress. So right now, I don't support it. I've had a chance to go into classified setting and look at this on several occasions in the last 2 months. There are not the enforcement measures that I think people would expect, and because of that, this, like many other past trade deals, will cost us jobs in the United States and will help depress wages, and this is a time that I don't think neither one is a very good idea.
All right. Something to keep a close eye on. Always great to see you.
Yeah,
Enjoy the time you have left in southern Wisconsin.
Thanks for stopping in.
Before you head back.
Of course, thank you.
Good to see you.